I'm so excited. So it's one of my dear friends, Danetta and Sandy and Cynthia and Mary and Kelly and Shirley and Tracy, Sherri. Oh my gosh, I think I got everybody. Sandy and Cynthia, I think I got everybody.
Mary?
And Mary, I said Mary. And I'm excited because they came to my house last night, and we have been friends, so there's four very close ones. We all worked together when I was a legal secretary, and Sandy Williams was my boss at the law firm. Oh. She was my boss at the law firm, and then the other legal secretaries. Now, I always talk about, y'all, when I first got my, got the seed planted in me to do stand-up. And these ladies were with me when I got together, the legal secretaries, and we went to Sizzlers, all you can eat. We got the all you can eat. And we got that bread, that Parmesan cheese bread. And then we all went to the Comedy Store. For the first time in my life, I'd never seen comics at a comedy club. We went to the Comedy Store. Somebody kind of planted a seed in me to do stand-up. And I remember I called up a few of the secretaries, and they were saying, Sherri, no, it's gonna take you 10 years to make it. You're making $40,000 a year with overtime. Because back in the early 90s, $40,000, you're making $40,000, you're getting your overtime, you got your Christmas club money. And the last person that I called was my friend Danetta. And I called her and I said, what do you think about me starting comedy? And she said, you'll never know unless you try it.
That's right.
And
right.
she's here, and I quit my job and I stepped out on faith. And so they know my journey. They went to, when I had to go do all of these gigs all over the place, the open mic gigs, they would come to see me at the comedy clubs. A lot of times I bombed, but they still came to see me. One time I had to perform at an open mic night. It was a bar covered with Confederate flags all in the room. And it was full of men who looked like the kind of men that didn't like women like me, if you know what I'm saying. And I remember my boss, Sandy, she's very professional. She had her suit on, and she was like, where do you have us? But I killed on the stage, and the men were so nice and amazing. Turned out they did kind of like women like me. But my friends, they remember the struggle. They remember, it was stuff that I didn't even remember we were talking about at my house. They were talking about, you remember when Sherri was hitchhiking to get to the comedy club? Yes. You remember Sherri was walking through the parks at night because she had to go get to the comedy clubs. I had a car that before they repossessed it, the window was broken out, and they reminded me that I had put a garbage bag over the window so the rain wouldn't get in, and I drove with a garbage bag on my arm. I couldn't afford to get it fixed. And so last night, Sandy, my former boss, she told me that she wanted to fire me every single time. Because I was coming in late and I had so many auditions. So I want to ask Sandy, why didn't you fire me?
Because everybody loves you and the secretaries wouldn't let me. Wouldn't.
And I have to, and so Sandy, and so here's the story. I always tell the story about I went to jail. Yeah. And so many people don't believe that I went to jail. Sandy, do you remember when I went to jail?
Yes, I do. And she called in and she's in jail and she said, just use it as vacation time.
And my friend Danetta, who told me to go ahead and try it, and Danetta gave me letters that I had written her during my struggle. And Danetta, did you think, like, you knew when I got on stage for the first time, y'all were there when I got on stage for the first time doing stand-up. Did you think that this would be it?
I knew. You've always been funny. Your heart has always been beautiful. We see your heart every day, and you're still the same beautiful, funny Sherri. And we love you. We love you.
you know, I think when people say to me and they go, you know, Sherri, you're so lucky, or, you know, you did this, and they don't understand the work, everything I had to go through to get to where I am right now. And you know, so to have my friends come to see the culmination of their belief in me, when I wanted to start stand-up, I didn't have the money because IRS was garnishing my check. And because I didn't pay any of my bills because I was in a religion that I thought the end of the world was gonna come, so I never paid any of my bills. And it never came. Thank you, John. But, you know, when I wanted to start stand-up, I didn't have the money to start stand-up. And my legal secretary, the girlfriends, they put together the money so that I could take stand-up classes.
Yes.
And so they've always believed in me. They came to both my weddings, so they were there for my divorces. And it's just, you know, when you have people in your life that believe in you and that have seen the journey, and I just want to thank y'all for always believing in me and knowing that I could do this. I'm so thankful. Thank you.
Love you.
Yes.
And I love y'all, yes.
They often say that people see the glory, but they don't know the story. And I'm so glad that you get to share your story, and I'm so glad for your friends who are part of your story.
They are part of my story. So, and before I go, because I love y'all so much, and if you keep talking, I'm gonna keep crying. But Danetta gave me a VHS tape of when I was first on stage doing my stand-up. So if we can get it here in time, we'll show it.
Well, if you get it to me, I'll digitize it and we'll get it in Monday's show.
We'll show something on Monday when I first was on stage.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Doing stand-up. So I love y'all both.
Love you.
I love everyone, oh my God, so thank you.
We're gonna have a good time.